All right, everybody. We're not in Hog Holler, as you can see, but I am with my good buddy, Barton Nunnelly, and my other new friend I've met here,
Mark Staten.
Mark Staten, and we are knee deep in the LBL right now.
We are.
And it is something else. It's an experience. We went out last night. That was a life-changing experience. Stuff we saw and encountered last night, and we don't think tonight will disappoint us none at all either. But Barton, how long have you been coming up here to the LBL and looking around like this?
Well, brother, I've been coming up here down here to me, about 20 years now.
About 20 years,
yeah.
And I think you've probably come across and seen everything, hadn't you?
Seen a lot. And some of the things I've seen, I don't know what they were. Seen Bigfoot just a couple months ago was about 12 foot tall in broad daylight.
I remember you telling me about that.
That was the biggest animal I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. You know, when you go around this town, we stayed in Dover, and we asked the waitress, you know, and different people, you know, what do you think about the LBL? And they all say the same thing. It's mystical. It's something that we can't explain.
There's something about this place. It's, well, you know, you can expect that from a 170,000 acre graveyard. That's what we're in, basically.
I agree with you.
About 300, well, the 270 odd graveyards on record, and that's what's above the ground.
Right.
Probably 150, 200 more underneath the water.
Wow.
So,
wow.
You're looking at 400 or 500 graves here.
That's massive.
So it's a huge graveyard.
And it deserves a lot of respect. You know, I've said it before. This is dark and bloody ground. There's been a lot of bloodshed between the wars fought here. You know, first they took it from the Indians, and then in the 60s, TVA come and took it again from the residents that lived here.
Yeah, 63.
So it's been through a lot of heartbreak. It's seen a lot of bad times, and you can tell when the night falls here, there's a sense of dread that comes with the night. You know, the people tell me, you know, stay away from there. It's a fun place of the day, but you might not want to go there the night time.
Right, it's paradise during the day, but when night falls, it turns into something really sinister, right?
Yeah, and you can feel it.
I've never been to a place that felt so different at night than it does during the day. Yeah. This is the place, to me, this is I call it the scariest place on earth.
But you love to come here,
Love to come here. Love to get out here at night, just like we did last night.
Right.
Oh,
yes,
man.
exactly.
A lot of stuff happened last night.
A lot of stuff happened last night. I was telling, you know, some of the guys that was with us, you know, a lot of people would they would pay $1,000 to experience the experience that we had last night alone, you know, just riding in a big vehicle, all of us, going out to these different places. You know, you got Barton taking us around, and you got Martin Groves, and between the two of them, you know, they know everything. They know all the places in here. I saw stuff last night I can't believe, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to conceive.
This place, and Martin knows a lot more about it than I do. He's been traveling these roads for about 40 years now, so he's got a story down every road that you turn down. He's got a story, you know. Something happened there, or he's had to arrest somebody there.
Exactly. He's full.
Jail, you know.
He's very entertaining. He's full of stories, and he's everybody's papaw, we like to say.
Is, and it's so funny. In the last couple of months, I've been contacted by people wanting to give me their reports, and Martin has ended up, back when he was a law officer, arresting or helping 2 of them in the last few months.
Wow.
You know, brother Martin, he arrested me back in the day. He put me in jail. I'm like, well, I hope he was nice to you, but I know you deserved it.
Yeah, you've never been arrested by a nicer man.
Right. And one of them he helped twice on the side of the road. So.
Oh, well, and you can tell, you know, when we go out, you can sense a little tension with him, because he's always looking, scanning the woods. You know,
he is.
You can tell he had a terrifying experience back in the day, and he can't let go of it, and I don't think I'd be able to let go of it neither. You know, it's horrifying what he...
Oh, you'd never forget when something like that happens to you, trust me.
And we had another gentleman last night we took out, and we won't say his name, but you know, he had an experience here back a few years ago, and you could tell it brought it back on him. That he had some PTSD going on with the things, you know, that he was seeing and experiencing from where he went camping.
Well, he don't mind saying his name. His name is Jeff.
Okay.
And he's a new Wolf brother.
Yep.
He fits right in with all of us.
Great guy.
The Lord's bringing people to me that fits right in, you know.
Fits right in like a
brothers and sisters. You know, it's not a club or that you can pay dues and join. Not a group that you can join. It's
right.
You have to be invited, and I have to know that you're a good person like you, brother.
I appreciate that,
Mark
brother.
Here.
I appreciate it.
The Brotherhood of the Wolf is growing.
It's growing. It sure is. You can see by, of course, we don't tell nobody where we're at right now, but by the time this video gets released, we've had a bunch of people. Yeah, we'll be gone. We have a bunch of people in this campground, a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of Brotherhood of the Wolf, and we've ate good and we've had a good time.
Oh, we eat like kings every time
we eat like kings, and we love it.
We have about 40 people here tonight.
Right. I'm looking forward to it. So let me ask you this. If you hadn't had your experience growing up in Spotsville, if that hadn't happened, would you have the interest in this today that you think that you have?
No, I was interested in other things.
Right.
Wanted to be an artist. That's what my main goal was when I was younger. And life didn't allow that, so I decided to be a singer for a heavy metal band.
Right.
I never dreamed that I would be doing this stuff on YouTube, but in 1985, I read a book called Mysterious America by Lauren Coleman, and I thought, man, this got to be the coolest job in the world. Just going to place, getting people who had strange encounters with various unexplained phenomena and getting their story, you know, and going to the next place. And I thought, man, I sure would like to be like him and have that job.
Right.
So I started doing this about 1985 as a hobby. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you didn't choose it. It sort of chose you.
Right.
You didn't.
It chose me when I was 5 years old. We lived in this was before the Spotsville incidents, but we lived in a little isolated little farmhouse down by the Green River, and my mother saw a UFO, or a flying saucer, she called it, come down from the sky and land behind one of our old barns.
Oh, wow.
And we had something look into our kitchen window one night. And my sister saw it, my older sister, she's a couple years older than me, and she screamed out and said a monster was looking in the window. And of course my dad and mom jumped up and grabbed a 12 gauge and ran outside, and my mother seen what she saw, or what she said was a really tall man wearing a brown one-piece suit.
Wow.
Of course my dad took and shot it 3 or 4 times, shot at it, right?
Right.
And ran on down to the lower fields. And a couple months later, my mother saw that flying saucer, and we were out of there.
Wow.
Moved to the city for 4 years.
Yeah.
So we couldn't stand it no more. You know, we're country people. City living much different than country living.
Oh, yeah.
We finally got us a place back in the country. It was about 6 miles downriver from the first place, opposite side of the river. And that's where we had the Spotsville monster.
Right.
Experiences, yeah. My whole family.
Oh, wow.
Killed all of our animals.
And I'll tell you what, you told me some of that story about the Spotsville monster and stuff that happened to you, and I know people are looking forward to you releasing that in a book. The stuff that you told me is, it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. The stuff that your family had to go through and had to put up with from not only the monster, but then the public also, you know.
Right. Well, we got a lot of ridicule at school, you know. I was 9 years old, my brother was 10. And, put it in the paper. Luckily, they put the name of the road, they misspelled that, put the wrong name, so no one bothered us at home. And if they did, our dogs would have eaten them alive. They were so vicious, right? So
that's a good thing about dogs.
Yeah. You have to have 3 things when you're living in the country like that. You have to have good, vicious dogs, chickens, and a good 12 gauge.
Yeah, exactly right.
You can prosper in the country.
Yeah. Shotgun, rifle, and a 4-wheel drive is what somebody said. Ain't that
chickens,
right? Yeah.
And some good guard dogs, and you can make it. Got to have all 3 of those things. And we endured that for 11 months and finally had enough.
Well, I guess we ought to get back toward the camp. I wanted to sit here and talk to you and Mark. Mark, now you have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and where can people find that? Is it just
Tripping with Mark.
Tripping with Mark,
No
guys.
G and tripping, and all one word.
Okay, so you guys check that out, and we're going to get back to camp. I'll show y'all around. We are in the heart here of the land between the lakes. Beautiful, beautiful place. Very, very mysterious. But Barton was kind enough to invite a group of us down, and I feel honored that he invited me and my wife. He's a great person.
It's all ours, brother. It's all ours. Yeah.
Well, brother, you're a good person. You're a good man.
Well, thank you.
I
So
honestly
are you.
believe
That's why
that.
you're here with us.
Well, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
And guys, we're gonna get off here and go eat. So we'll holler at everybody later. Catch you later.
Take it easy.
Y'all take it easy. Goodbye.